3, 2, 1.
Yes guys, how you doing? My name is Max Kelly and welcome to an extraordinary fast race. Now what you're about to witness is me giving this the fullest of full sends. Yes, we are about to embark on a 10k. This is the Speedway 10k in Chepstow. This race is absolutely lightning, so much so that I'm not anywhere near the top 10 at this current stage, and to be honest with you, if I make a top 10 I have had a worldy race. Now one thing I will mention as well is my heart rate on the right hand side of the screen goes off the scale later on in this video. Watch this slowly creep up as this race continues. Now, not only does this race attract some incredibly fast runners, but it also attracts a number of YouTubers as well. I'll be sure to give them a shout out as we go past them or as they overtake me on the course. So this is Sunday the 18th of January and conditions are pretty much perfect. It's quite misty, the temperature's about 7 degrees, so optimal for trying to run a super fast time. Now if you remember, about 3 weeks ago I ran in the Telford 10k and our time on that day was a shining PB of 31:26. Now I've heard a few rumours that this course can be lightning quick if the wind isn't a factor, and I can confirm the wind is not a factor today. So today's goal is simple: better my time from Telford, and can we sneak as close to 31 minutes as possible? Well, who knows? Stay tuned and you'll find out. Alright, I've got this one in early this week. Now we are on our way to 10,000 subscribers. Oh so close. If you wouldn't mind giving this silly little channel a subscribe, we are very close to our goal, and when we hit 10k we've got something special lined up. So hit that subscribe button and enjoy the rest of the video. So to hit a PB, I will need to average 3:08 or faster, and that's what we did for Telford. So the plan is early doors to try and get ahead of the curve and try and then hold on in the back half of this 10k. Now this 10k, the Speedway 10k, I've heard a lot of good things about it, and it's been unfortunately not on the last 2 years. So it's finally made a return, and it's quite a special race. So they open up the entries for applicants in the initial stage, and they basically fill the race up with the faster people first, and then when they run out of places, that's when the entries close. And I was fortunate enough to get a place this year, and as you can see there are a large number of runners in front of me, so this promises to be a really good one today. First kilometre in the bank then in a 3:05, a little bit quicker than PB pace, but the great thing is, as I mentioned, it's a stacked field, so you can get towed around here. Now, I know a lot of my videos recently have been around parkrun, and I'm absolutely loving the parkrun at the moment. Keep the suggestions coming of where you want me to send me. But I do have a bit of a serious side to me as well, and as you can see today we're doing back-to-back parkruns, 2 times 5k, yes, that's 10k for all you mathematicians out there. So we're going to be trying to race this one hard, and there are a number of other races coming up that are very serious. Alright, on the feet today, we have chosen to go with an old trusted favourite of mine, the Adidas Pro 4. Although I've not actually worn the Pro 4 that often, I've worn the Pro 3 a number of occasions, and the few issues I did have with that shoe appear to be sorted out now. So I've gone for this absolute jazzy colourway, this sort of orangey and white colourway in the Adidas Pro 4. Gotta say, love this shoe. And as we join this group of 3 lads in front of us, the lad in the middle of those 3 in the turquoisey blue vest, that is Matt. Run with Matt. He is a fellow YouTuber as well, superstar and a legend. He loves this game, as he always tells me, and he'll tell me when I overtake him in a moment. Sorry mate, I had to chuck that one in. Serious run from him, great to see him today, and he is the first of a number of YouTubers that we see on this race. Alright, now something I do need to mention is that my camera probably wouldn't have been able to do the entire 10k in one whole lot. So I've had to break it down a little bit. You'll see a big old section here at the start, and then there are a number of sections that are broken up. So the timer in the bottom right hand corner, I'll try and match that up as best I possibly can, but please do accept that it might not be 100% accurate. I can tell you something that is 100% accurate is how hard I'm bloody working. Seriously, this is knackering. We're only, well, not even 2k in, and I'm absolutely blowing it. 189 heart rate. I can tell you now that heart rate does reach 200, and it's absolutely mental because it even messes the old metric up on the right hand side. It looks proper awful. Anyway, I'm going to shut up just for a little bit so you can enjoy the sound of the footsteps and heavy breathing. Alright, second kilometre in the bank. That one was a 3:03. So I am comfortably running faster than my PB pace, and what we've just been through there and what we are currently going through is a long uphill pull section. It's not outrageous, and I don't know why the slope and elevation isn't quite working in accordance with what's actually being ran, but there is a long drag uphill, and you can see here that it continues for quite a while, and we do take a right hand turn at the top, and that is where the end of this slope is. On the left hand side, there you go, that's Matthew Reese. He is also a fellow YouTuber as well. Lovely, kind man. Really enjoy his stuff. Good to see him out on the course today, and good to see him running well. Now, to get me going before the race today, I did the usual, put the AirPods in and gave it a full blast. I mean, my AirPods were on full, and today's artists, we had Boney M and Scarface. A little bit unorthodox, but it absolutely worked. God, I got to that start line. Not only was I singing in my own head, but I was absolutely ready to give it a full send. And I was listening to Push It to the Limit, quite appropriate for what we were about to endure.
Over, guys.
What you just heard there was a bloke running at 3 minutes per kilometres on the right hand side saying, I love this game. I had nothing in response, and right now, to be quite frank with you, I wasn't loving this game. Anyway, this part of the course then, we've completed that long drag uphill, and we do a little loop round the housing estate before rejoining that main road, and that would complete the end of the first lap, and that gives us to 5k, and it is simply just 2 laps, quite simply, straight through to that 10k. Also, gotta say, we had a load of my club runners there today. We're in orange, we are Western Tempo, and you can see here, this is Dan Owen. Dan Owen's just run a 30:50, something like that, at Leeds Abbey Dash, so I know he is rapid. So I've managed to get onto the back of him. The plan now is just to let him do all of the work and me just to sit in behind him. But I do know Dan's a very strong runner, so if I'm up there with Dan right now, I know I'm having a decent enough race. Heart rate 195, the pace is 3 minutes and 1 second per kilometre. Alright, that now completes the 3rd kilometre, and that one was a 3:07, and although we have slowed a touch, that's predominantly because of that long uphill section. We're now into the flatter, more downhill section right now. Anyway, we've still got Dan Owen doing all the work for us, so I'm going to continue just to sit in a little bit longer. Alright, like I mentioned, we've just jumped forward a notch, about 500 meters or so, because my camera probably wouldn't be able to take the entire 10k, but keep an eye out here for the fella here with the white and red vest, because he is quite a key player in my race. Me and him work well together. Well, I say I work well with him. He does pretty much all the work, and I just sit off the back of him like I did with Dan. But if you wanted to know, I have now just jumped ahead of Dan, and Dan is just behind me. Not too far away, but there is now a small gap that's opening up. Old mate here in front is not happy with the bloke in black as well, because he seems to be moving left and right. Maybe we need to get some VAR on that, but both of these two lads now are helping me out with my race significantly. Oh, and just to mention, up ahead in the orange, that is a man called Phil Wiley. Phil Wiley is 45 or something like that, and he is absolutely nuts how fast he is. He's there breaking 31 minutes for the 10k for fun. We do the 6-stage road relays every year, and he is always miles ahead of me. So just to have him in my sights at this stage is a really promising position for me. Not long now until we get to the halfway stage. Look on the left-hand side here. That's Victoria. That's my girlfriend taking some cracking pictures as always. Now, watch this next left-hand turn. Old mate here on the left-hand side nearly stacks it.
Boy, you okay?
Yeah, that was a pretty close call, but I can confirm that it wasn't me that kicked him. He decided to kick the curb there, but luckily he's okay. I managed to get an arm stretched out, but I don't think that really did too much. He was probably self-righting himself anyway. I can say, though, when you're running at this pace, sometimes things like that do happen. Now, we've jumped forward now to the 5-kilometer mark, and I've decided to take a little bit of a leap of faith here. And me and the guy in the white vest, we've decided to push on a little bit. I did go through the 5k mark in 15:35. So we are going at serious pace here. If I double that up for the second half, that's going to get me in at 31 and 10 seconds.
Bye, everyone.
Now, with this being a goal race and hopefully a PB today, you can see my heart rate as well, by the way. Look at that, ridiculous, 198. I have really taken care and attention with my preparation today. Now, as part of that preparation, I've made sure that I'm hydrated as best I possibly can. And to do that, if you've been watching the channel recently, I've been all over using electrolytes from Invigorate. Now, you're probably thinking, why on earth would I use electrolytes? Well, I'm going to tell you exactly why you should be using Invigorate's electrolyte. Now, when you're running a 10k race, especially like this one, you're going to be losing so much water through sweat. And that's where electrolytes really come in. Unlike plain water, which flushes basically straight through your system, the sodium you get in these electrolytes basically acts as a magnet to hold the fluid in the body, and it kind of like prevents early dehydration. Not only that, but it also prevents muscle cramping, and cramps are often caused by a deficit in sodium, magnesium and potassium, and replacing these ensures your muscles can contract and relax without locking up, and that is what the electrolytes give to you. And touch wood, since taking them, I haven't had any issues with cramping. Now, these electrolytes are from my friend Joe and his company Invigorate. I will leave a link on screen for 25% discount. Now, I'm not on a commission basis with these guys, so it's not of any interest for me to put this on screen, but it is to help you out as well. We've had so many positive comments being left on the channel, so I've passed those on to Joe. Thank you for that. And already this product is ridiculously cheap, and there's a 25% discount code for you to go and use as well. Alright, as we jump back into the action, that 6th kilometre we went through in a 3:05, and I'm absolutely cruising here. Although, look on the right hand side of the heart rate metric, it's absolutely had a nightmare. It hasn't got a clue what to do. It's never seen numbers this high, and it is weirdly all over the shop here. As I mentioned earlier, old mate in the white and red vest, he is towing me along massively. I don't know his name, but he has done me a huge favour today, so a massive shout out to this fella here. We are now kicking on nicely as we get towards this final 3k, just 3k to go. Come on, Maxi boy. Alright, 7th K, that was a 3:07, so a touch slower, but still looking good. Now we're in the downhill section, top left-hand side of the screen, 2:58. I am shifting. Okay, mentally at this point, this is where I find the hardest part of that race. You're not quite into that last K, but you've still got a sizable amount of work to go. We're going to jump forward now anyway to the final 1 kilometer. What I'm going to do is let this one just roll through in its entirety. So you're now going to see the last kilometer of raw footage of me absolutely full send. 2:01 heart rate. Bloody hell. If you do like all the stats that are on screen now, well, that is powered by my camera and my brand new Coros Pace 4. I've been using Coros for years, but I've been lucky enough that this year Coros have decided to send me one. Absolutely buzzing. If you want to get hold of the new Coros Pace 4, the battery life is a joke. I charge it up like every 2 weeks. The new screen is absolutely bright as anything as well. If you do want to get the Coros Pace 4, I've got a link down below, and you can also get a free, completely free wristband. All you need to do is add the wristband in after you add the watch in. Use the code on screen now, and you'll be part of the Coros family with me. Alright, now I do want to say a massive thank you to Speedway 10K today for the organisation. It was a cheap race, but my word, the standard and the layout of this race was so good. I will definitely be back, because it is one of those races where you know if you're in shape, you can just bomb a really good time. Remember, I am after 31:26 or faster today. Now, something I didn't also mention as well earlier is I took bicarb before today's race. I'm experimenting a little bit with some supplements, but bicarb was the choice of pre-race today. Now, I'm also looking at taking some Nomio, but I need to do some more experimenting of that. Now, we've taken a left-hand turn, so what I'm going to do is I am now going to shut up, because we've got 400 meters to go, and it is time to give it a full send. Come on, Max Kelly. You are so close to getting a PB. Come on, give it everything. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. As always, see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Still
No, it's up the hill as well. That's right, Captain. Oh, just outside there. Follow me.
No, it's all part of it already. That was game, man.
That was game. How was that?
Oh, good.
Keep it on?
Yeah.
Oh, well, boys. What you doing? Oh, I don't know. I've got 15, 31, 15. Well done. What were you? Keep it going. Yeah. Maxine!